Good day, Wyoming Military Department. Major General Greg Porter here. I wanted to bring you up to date on some recent guidance we've received concerning COVID and the mandatory vaccinations throughout our force. First off, I want to thank all of you for participating in our survey. We had 627 respondents. All of those came from our civilian employees, our contractors, our soldiers, our airmen, came across the whole gamut of the force. And I can't tell you how much that informed the way I think about how we're going to approach COVID and the way forward. So thank you very much for doing that. A lot of issues that were raised in that survey. I'm going to tackle a couple of them here, but I have committed, there's just, frankly, there's too many of those issues to address all in this one short video. So I have asked our medical team to start categorizing those issues for you. We're going to put them in some place that's really easily accessed and allow you to be able to go to them and further get some information on them. By far and away, the largest concern was, hey, this is an untested vaccine. We're not sure what the long-term effects of this is going to be. And I share that concern. Although I will tell you, I'm really don't lose much sleep over it, me personally, about what the long-term effects are going to be. Talking with our state surgeon, the doctors I know, there really seems to be a very small amount of risk about long-term effects. I can tell you that's somewhat informed about my own personal experience. I was diagnosed with COVID back in October of 2020. I didn't have it real bad. It felt like a really bad cold to me. But I'll tell you, the effects of COVID in terms of my lung capacity, I really did notice it for months afterwards. And that really sort of led me to the decision to receive the COVID vaccine. I got Moderna probably later in February, and just to make sure that didn't happen again. And also, I believe I couldn't ask you guys to take a vaccine that I was unwilling to take myself. So while the long-term effects are certainly unknown, and I will not, tell you there's no risk there. For me, I don't lose any sleep over it, and I'm not concerned about the long-term risk. The second, probably most popular issue was, well, what are you going to do to me if I refuse to take the COVID vaccine? I tell you, the services haven't come out with guidance on that yet, but I can tell you that they're already starting to shape the landscape to make it really inevitable for us to exist in the military without having a COVID vaccine. Our folks that are going to initial entry training right now are receiving the vaccine. I can foresee that you're not going to be able to attend professional military education, MOSQ and AFSC schools, any of those kind of things without a vaccination. And so eventually the environment is going to be such that they simply won't allow you to have to be in the military without the vaccine. And I tell you, that's my largest concern, because I don't want to lose any of you as a result of this vaccination, because frankly, we need you, and we need you now more than ever. I think I can foresee, just in the state of Wyoming, we're going to put about 100 soldiers and airmen in our hospitals across the state. We continue to support MAFs. We continue to support Operation Allies Relief. We continue to support border missions. We continue to support combatant commands. I'm sure there's going to be further demands on us within the state and the nation that's going to require us to be ready. And we simply cannot have you be ready and not be vaccinated. Now, I can tell you it's a significant decision for many of you. I know some of you are really struggling with this decision. And my response is that's kind of what we do as the Guard. When we raised our hand and we swore the oath, we knew we were going to be taking on risks. And I don't say this cavalierly. I know it's risky, but that's what makes us a little bit different, I think, than the rest of the force, that we're willing to say that we'll take risk for you in order to protect those that we love and our state and nation. So, in closing, probably what I'll tell you is this. We've got a great force. We have to be ready. We have to serve as the sword and shield. And that's going to require us to have vaccinations. As I told you, we'll continue to put more information out there to help inform your decisions. But I want you to continue to be engaged. I want you to ask those questions, those hard questions. And I want you to remember that we're here for a reason, and that's to protect those we love. So I know it's difficult, and I appreciate the decisions that you have to make. Thank you for your service, and please continue to serve the sword and shield. Thanks very much for your time. Ride for the brand.